Welcome. Today's video is going to pose the question, as authors, should we look at reviews? So I'm going to tell you a quick story, but first, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss the new content that I'm going to be bringing you. Okay, so many years ago, 11 years ago, I published my first book. I was very proud of this book. People always talk about whether or not you should just trash your first book or you should publish it. Most people say trash it. I published mine. I loved it. I loved the characters. I loved the story so much. I went on to write a second book. Equally loved that. I was going to book clubs. People really liked this book. I sold over 1,700 copies if you take free promotions plus paid books. I sold a lot of copies. I had a lot of reviews. I was very happy. Some of the reviews were 3 stars. Some of them were 4 stars. Some of them were 5 stars. Overall, very cool experience. And then I get this scathing review. And when I say scathing, I mean this person didn't just rip my book. They also attacked me personally as an author, as a person. It was just very horrible. It was terrible. And I naturally took it personally, which I have learned since is not the thing to do. I felt very bad about myself. I did all the things. And did it influence me to stop writing? No, but I did stop publishing fiction novels for a while. And I think I kind of fell out of love with my first book because I felt like if someone could think that it's that terrible, then maybe it is. And I think that's the intention that some people have when they write these scathing reviews, is to make people feel exactly that way. So anyway, I went on to publish several other books in other genres, and I started my own publishing company. I spent a lot of time helping people publish their books. I ended up publishing my Romantasy series, which I'll talk about in a little bit. And I spend a lot of time looking at rankings and checking KDP to look at reports and optimizing keywords and categories and checking reviews to see where we are, have we moved up in rank, things like that. And then I went to this event and I met a woman who was selling her book basically off of the, cart. And she was selling a lot of copies. And my friend who was with me was like, wow, she's really selling. I said, yes, I know. I'm really impressed by this. And of course, I talk with everyone there and I'm speaking with her. And I was telling her about my books. I said, I only have 15 reviews on my first book. I would like to have more reviews. And she said, I don't check reviews. I don't look at rankings. I don't even know how many of my books have sold online. And I said, you don't? And she said, no. She said, why would I look at that? I don't need somebody else to validate my self-worth about my book. I already know my book's worth and my worth as an author. And I really sat with that for a while because I feel that especially indie authors, have been placed in this predicament where they're the one-man show and they have to do this and do that and do all these different things. Part of what they have to do is look at where they stand. Is their book selling? Is their book doing well? Is it being received well? And actually, what this woman was saying is, no, you don't. So, of course, there are no wrong or right answers on this show. It's all about looking at different perspectives. So this was something that changed my perspective because I think I have become too attached at looking at reviews and looking at rankings and things like that. And I wonder if that has happened to you as well. So you'll let me know in the comments. So do you think that we should be looking at reviews? And if so, how often should we be looking at them? And same for checking charts, checking KDP, checking Ingram Spark to see if sales have gone through. How often should we be checking those things? And if we are checking them too much, can we make the commitment to try something and maybe for a week we don't check at all? You'll let me know your thoughts. And if you like this content, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and stay tuned because I have a mini book trailer for you. Thank you.